Hello everybody, I'm Roman Rodrigues and we are doing chapter 3 Kinematics of Linear Motion, Physics for class 9 and 10. We already completed 11 problems on page 44 and 45, so I'm just doing the last two problems. Let's move on to the 12th one, 3.12, and the data. A stone is thrown vertically upwards. Now, you know when a body is thrown vertically upwards, it's moving against the gravity, the acceleration due to gravity, so the value of g will be taken as negative. With a velocity of 20 meter per second, it is thrown with a velocity of, so initial velocity would be 20 meter per second, and the value of g will be minus 10 meter per second squared. Find the maximum height reached by the stone. H is what you need to know, and the total time of flight. And the total time taken. Okay. Now we will first calculate the time taken for the stone to reach the highest point. Okay. So here the final velocity will be 0. Initial velocity is thrown with the velocity of 20 meter per second square. 20 meters per second. Sorry. And it's moving against gravity. So g is minus 10 meter per second. So we need to know the time taken for it to go up. So, and also the height. The height. What is the maximum height again by so h is equal to 1. So we have the formula over here, as you can see, to calculate height. We can use the second equation of motion and third equation of motion. Remember, we have replaced acceleration with gravity, acceleration due to gravity, and the distance s with h, because we are now dealing with vertical motion. Okay. So h is equals to, if I use the formula, h is equals to VIT plus half gt squared. Okay, the height and time both are unknown, so we cannot use this formula. So let's go on to the third equation of motion. 2gh is equals to bf squared minus vi squared. Okay, here we don't have time, so we could use this formula to find the height. So 2 times g is minus 10 meter per second squared. Height is what we need to know. And the final velocity, when it goes over here, the maximum height it takes, the final velocity is 0. So it stops over there at that moment before coming down. Initial velocity was thrown at a velocity of 20 meter per second. The stone was thrown at this velocity. So we have minus 2 times the 20 height each, and minus this would give you 400. 20, the whole square will give 400. Minus and minus will cancel out. Height is equals to 400, you divide it by 20, and we get 20 meters. Okay, this is the height. So the height is 20 meters, the height from here to here. Okay. Now this next thing that you need to find is the time taken for the total. So we can use this formula if you'd like to, or you could use the first equation of motion, Vf is equals to Vi plus gt. A we have replaced it with gravity. Okay. So any formula you'll get the same answer. So final velocity we know is 0. Initial velocity is 20. It's moving against gravity, so minus 10, and t is what you need to find. So we bring 20 on the other side. 0 minus 20 minus 10t. This would give you minus 20 equals to minus 10. Minus minus will cancel out. 0 and 0 will cancel out. So t is equals to 2 seconds. So this is the time taken for it to reach the azimuth. This is t1. So obviously it takes t1 and t2 the same time to come down, to reach down. Okay, will be t2, which is also 2 seconds. So if they are both equal to 2, then the total time is what? Total time of flight means when it's in the air and then it comes down over here, will be t1 plus t2, and this will give us 2 plus 2, 4 seconds. Okay, so here you are. So this is the total time of flight, and this of course is the height, 20 meters. Okay. So let's move on to the next question. That is 3.13. I just write on the data over here. A stone is dropped from a height of 40 meters. Now we know the height over here, it is dropped. So initial velocity will be 0, and it will hit with a certain velocity. We don't know what that is, x meter per second. Okay, 0 is the initial velocity. So a stone is dropped from a height. When it is falling down, the value of Vi is 0, and it's falling down, so it's moving with gravity, so g will be positive 10 meter per second squared. How much from a height of 40 meters. So h is also known to us 40 meters. How much time will it take to reach the ground? Time taken to reach the ground. Okay, this is what we need to find. T is equals to 1. So we could use the formula. Vf is equals to Vi plus Gt, but we don't know Vf over here. So we need to know the Vf also at time again. So we'll have to apply another formula in order to find the time. So yes, we can use the second equation. H is equals to Vit plus half Gt squared. You know the height, you know the initial velocity, and the value of G you know is constant. So time can be calculated. So height is 40, initial velocity 0, multiply by time plus half. The value of G is positive 10 meter per second squared and T squared. So 0 times any number would give you 0. 2 will go to 10 5 times, so you have 5T squared. You bring 5 on the other side, T squared is equals to 5 will go to 48 times. So 8 and T is equals to under root of 8. So this is your time, root 8. And root 8, if you calculate it will work out to be approximately 2.8 seconds. Okay, so this is your time. Now the second part that they have asked us over here is, with what velocity will it strike the ground? With what velocity will it hit the ground? Vf. I'll just solve it over here. So we can now use this formula, the first equation of motion, replacing A with G, acceleration to gravity. So the second part of this question, this was the first part that we solved. The first part over here. Now the second part, we are using the formula Vf is equals to Vi plus Gt. It's falling with the gravity, so obviously G will be 10. Final velocity is what we need to know. Initial velocity is 0 with gravity, so we do 10. We now know the time. Time is 2.8 seconds. So Vf is equals to 10 times 2.8 will give you 28 meter per second, or we can write meter per second as 28 meter second inverse, same thing. Okay, so this is our answer, final velocity, and we already know the time. So with this we end this chapter. All the problems on this chapter, there were 13 questions and I've solved all. Hope you have understood. Till we meet next time, take care.